Hello, this is Jen from Newton's Nook Designs. Today I'm going to be sharing with you our September product release. We call this release Falloween because it includes both fall and Halloween products. So whether you're a lover of all things fall or a fan of Halloween fun, there's going to be something for you to love in this release. So stay tuned to get a closer look at the new products along with some inspiration using the new designs. I'm going to start out by sharing with you our new postage theme designs. This month we have added to our postage collection with a fall postage and a Halloween postage design. Now both of these designs are sized to fit within our postage stamp layout die set. So you can see all the images on these sets will fit in those shapes vertically or horizontally. That's a previously released design. So let's take a closer look at the stamp sets. The Halloween one is called Halloween Postage Sampler, and this one includes all kinds of fun little Halloween icons. You have all your basic Halloween images like bats and ghosts, and then you have a cute little haunted house, along with a jack-o'-lantern, witch's hat, and a kitty on a pumpkin. And of course, this has some cute little words that you can mix and match and add them to your stamps or your card layouts. And the postmark says spooky greetings with a little ghost inside. And the prices on the stamps for this one are 31 and 13 cents. I thought that'd be perfect with the Halloween theme. If you'd like a coordinating die set that cuts out all the images, there's one available for this set as well. The next set is called Autumn Postage Sampler. So this one is similar to the last, but in this case we have all the autumn images. So we have sunflowers and pumpkins, there's even a candied apple, and then leaves, of course, in different sizes. We have a whole pile of leaves and a single leaf, and then we have the word fall surrounded by leaves. And then we snuck in a slice of pie and some mushrooms. This one also has lots of little words that you can mix and match, and a die set is available for that one as well. Now let me show you what I created using the fun new postage products. This one features the autumn set, and I first cut out that background with the postage stamps using that postage stamp layout die, and then I cut it out of brown and then again out of white, so I had a two-tone postage panel. On the white pieces, I added a little yellow ink along the edges, and then I added a white piece behind it to kind of help those dots pop. For the images, I chose the mushrooms, the sunflower, the pumpkins, and the leaves, and I put them on each of the little postage pieces, and I even added two little leaves in the center. I added the 15-cent price point on the two mushrooms and the hello next to the pumpkin. Next, I created a Halloween card using the Halloween postage sampler. So on this one, I did that same postage panel again with the postage stamp layout die, but this time I cut out those inside pieces in bright colors. So I have some bright lime green and purple panels, and then I left the last one with craft paper for a fun contrast. Then I colored all those little images and added them to the different postage stamps with trick or treat in the upper left corner. I use the spooky greetings postmark on vellum so it gives it more of a ghostly touch, and then I use the 13 cents on all of the stamps. So cute. I made one more card using that set because I was having so much fun with it. On this one, I used the black cat on the pumpkin. I love that little silhouette on two of the stamps, and October 31st in the center one. And then I marked the two stamps with the cat on 31 cents to kind of go with the theme. You might notice on this one, the stamps are individual stamps instead of a big panel. To do that, all you have to do after you cut out that big panel is just take a scissor and snip them apart, and you have cute little individual stamps. I also added a spider web to two of the corners in the center there. That's one of the stamps that are included in this set, but I just embossed it in white on some vellum and cut that out. And then in the background, we have our candy corns, and that was created using our candy corn stencil, which is a three-piece stencil and allows you to do three colors together like that really easily. So that's the fun Halloween cards I created. Next, I'm going to share with you our Card Layout 5 die. This die set is the latest in our series of card layout dies. The first one is called A2 Card layout, and then after that, they're numbered 2 through 5. And the whole point of these dies is they're just fun, quick and easy dies. They're sized to fill the front of your A2 card, and it just makes it easy to create a layout for a card without having to do a lot of thinking. You just cut out all the pieces and assemble, add an image or a sentiment, and you're good to go. So let me show you what you get when you cut this die out. For this die, you get the outside edge, and then you get all those inside pieces. So there's a total of 8 triangles that you get along with that. I've cut it out here in green and in white so you can see all the different pieces. And what you can do is you could leave it like this and just have it in two-tone or even just one tone, or you could actually go ahead and cut it out in a few more colors, and then you can add those in and kind of make a fun two-color pattern. So here I cut it out with craft paper, so you can see how that would look if you made it in 2 colors. You can make it with solid colors like I've done here, or you could do it with pattern papers too, and that would create a really fun effect as well. And I'm not gluing them on here, I'm just putting them down so you can see what it would look like. And then you could bring in a third or fourth color even. So here I've got 2 more colors. I've got a dark brown that I'm gonna do on the top and bottom, and then a gold color that I'm doing on the 2 sides. And when you do it this way, it kind of reminds me of a quilt. So you could do a fun quilt pattern. It would be fun to do like a Christmas quilt with different patterns on the triangles, something like that. So there's so many options that you could do using this die. I think you're gonna love it. Now, before I get into showing you cards created with that, I'm going to show you 2 more sets. These are 2 new coffee themed sets. So we have an autumn coffee and a Halloween coffee. I couldn't decide which to do, if I wanted to do Halloween or autumn, so I ended up designing both, and I just love them. So this one is called Autumn Coffees, and it features all these cute little coffee mugs. We have a to-go mug with a pumpkin on the front, some mugs with leaves. There's that cute pumpkin-shaped mug in the center and that cute fox-shaped mug on the right. And then on the bottom left, we have an owl-shaped mug too. So I love those cute little critter-shaped mugs. And then there's a couple more mugs in the bottom with pumpkins on them and that little bit of whipped topping that you can add to any of the mugs. For sentiments, we have some really fun fall sentiments. You are as nice as pumpkin spice. Love you a latte. Thanks a latte, and happy pumpkin spice season. So perfect for those PSL lovers in your life. And then the dies are available for that as well. On this one, we have a fun Halloween theme, and this one's called Spooky Coffees. So this one again has those fun shaped mugs. There's a cauldron, there's a mummy, there's a ghost, and a kitty and a pumpkin. I just love how those look where the handle is the kitty's tail. That's my favorite. And that cute little jack-o'-lantern. So adorable. For sentiments, we have espresso, your spooky side. Don't forget the sugar and scream. Life is spooky without coffee. Which way to the coffee? And freshly booed. So some really fun Halloween puns on that one. So both of these sets are going to be so fun for anyone that loves coffee, especially in the fall and autumn. Now I'm going to show you what I created using that new die and these fun new coffee sets. So on this one, you can see how I used that Card Layout 5 die. I used our Natural Basics paper pad and cut it out of a whole bunch of the prints with polka dots and hearts and stripes. I used 4 different papers and then I just alternated them around the edge. And then you could do this one horizontally or you could do it vertically, so it's options on that. And on this, I added the You Are As Nice as Pumpkin Spice as my sentiment, along with 3 of those cute coffee mugs from the Autumn Coffees stamp. So you can see how cute that looks when you pair all those items together. And I had colored the images in neutral colors so that neutral paper worked perfectly with it. For my next card, I again used images from the Autumn Coffee stamp set. This time I just layered them over some circles. I used our circle frames die set to cut out circles in various sizes, and I chose colors that matched with the way I had colored the mugs. Then I just laid them over that white background that was cut using our um, basic frames die, and then a little bit of polka dot paper added to that one as well. And that's going to be a perfect thank you card for someone this fall. Now I'm going to switch themes and show you some Halloween cards. For this one, I again used that card layout 5 die. This time I added some pretty glitter paper when I cut it out, and this is from our Cheerful Brights glitter paper pack. And then I used two prints from our Halloween time paper pad, so the stars and the stripes in the fun Halloween colors are from there. Then I used three of the mugs from the Spooky Coffee stamp set. So I have that cute kitty mug with a tail handle, the jack-o'-lantern mug, and then the purple one is the one with the spider webs on it. I added those over just a little vellum circle, and then the Don't Forget Sugar and Scream as a perfect sentiment to go with that. I created a second card using that same stamp set. This time I grabbed our card layout 2 die. So this is one of those in that layout series of dies. This is number 2. And this one I cut out a black frame and then I cut it out again. So I had gray, not purple, lime and orange. And then I layered all the mugs over those different little squares and rectangles that you get with that set. I added the Life is Spooky Without Coffee on the top to be my main sentiment. So cute. I love all those cute little shaped mugs, and it's so fun to make Halloween cards and fall cards using them. Next, I'm going to be sharing with you two new bookmark sets. So we have two autumn sets. One has sunflowers and a scarecrow, and the other one has kitties and puppies. So super fun, cute bookmarks. If you like bookmarks, we have two different bookmark dies. The main difference between the bookmarks themselves is the top. One is a rounded top and the other is kind of a notched top. But then each inside of them, one's got pet themed extra dies and the other one has booked theme. So those are bookmark 1 and 2 and you can find those in our shop. Now let's take a closer look at the stamp sets. This one is called Autumn Fields, and it features a scarecrow over a pile of pumpkins and a tall stalk of sunflowers. It comes with fun sentiments like always reach for the sun, harvest a good story, which is perfect for bookmarks, hello autumn, and spread seeds of happiness. You also get two birds, which you can color to look like crows if you'd like, a little leaf, and a little pumpkin. And a die set is available for this set as well. The other bookmark set is actually you can turn them for horizontal bookmarks. And that one includes a whole line of kitties and a whole line of puppies, and they're just amongst all the pumpkins at the pumpkin patch. For sentiments, you get pumpkin kisses, harvest wishes, hello pumpkin, happy autumn, and you're the pick of the patch. And then there's two little tiny pumpkins if you want to layer more pumpkins onto your card. Now, both of these sets would be great for card making, and we have lots of samples of that over in our shop, but I wanted to try making some bookmarks with them, so that's what I'm going to show you today. So this is the Autumn Field set, and I have one with the sunflower and one with the scarecrow. In the background, I just inked up those bookmarks with some yellow ink, and I also used our trailing leaf stencil, so that just created a fun little background for the bookmarks. So you can see how cute that is when you add those to bookmarks. A little bit of fun twine at the top makes them even cuter. Then I made two more using the cat and dog with You're the Pick of the Patch and the Pumpkin Kisses Harvest Wishes. And these were so simple to make. All I had to do was color the images, and then I took some orange ink and kind of inked up from the bottom of the bookmark towards the center to just give a little pop of color. And that's perfect setting for those cat and dog images. And again, I just added a little bit of twine and ribbon on the top. So you can see how fun it is to create bookmarks like that. You could pop these into a book or just make them for yourself if you like to read. So lots of things you can do with those. Now I have something fun and new to share. We just added these fun new toner card fronts. There's a design for Halloween and a design for fall, and these are a brand new product line for us. Each of the packs includes 12 pieces. You get 3 of each of the designs, and there's 4 different designs. So lots of opportunities to create fun cards using these. There's size to fit a regular A2 card front. So you can use them as a whole card front covering, or you can cut them out with a die, and they work with deco foil, any sort of toner-based foil. So here you can see, I'm going to show you a close-up look of what you get in each pack. So these are printed in black toner, and they will work with the foils like I mentioned before. So that's what they look like before you foil them. And then here's what they look like once they're foiled. So you can see how pretty that is and how shiny it looks. You can use regular, that one's the prismatic foil. This one's kind of a pink colored foil. And then I think I used the pinkish colored one on the last one too. So you can see how pretty those look when you add foil to them. So this is the type of foil, it's not hot foil, but it's the foil that you would use with a laminator or like a mink, any sort of like little laminating tool like that. Okay, let's look at the Halloween one. So we've got ghosts on that, some bats, we've got a spider web, and then the last one is Little Rows of Pumpkins. So some really fun Halloween backgrounds too. And when they're foiled, this is how those look. I think I did like a purpley color with that one. Um, then we have some prismatic silver or shattered glass, I think it might be called. Green, that one's really cool. And then on the last one, I did a shade of orange. So you can see how pretty those are. And I think those are going to be so fun to work with. You can mix and match them with all of our stamp designs. And I think we're just going to have a lot of fun with these. Okay, so let me show you what I created using these new toner card fronts. So this one uses that sunflower from the autumn pack. And isn't that pretty? Before I added the gold foil to this one, I actually took a little ink and inked over that. So they come black, and then you can add ink over them if you want, and then foil them, and that works perfectly. I was loving how that turned out. And then I added a piece of vellum. That banner was cut out using our basic frames die. And then I added the sunflowers from the Autumn Fields stamp set. So all those new products, and it looks so pretty together. Now this one also uses the Autumn Fields stamp set. This time I used the Scarecrow. And in the background, again, I added a little ink over that panel before I added the foil. So I added orange, yellow ink and all the way to white, and then gold foil. And then for this one, I added again a little bit of vellum, this time in an oval shape, behind the Scarecrow. I love how the vellum looks. It kind of just offsets that foil and gives it kind of a really fun two-tone look. On the next one here, I use those puppies that I had shown you earlier on the bookmark. Here I'm showing you how cute they are on a card. So there's the row of puppies. I just put a little yellow strip behind them, and then the background is those leaves from the Fabulous Fall toner pack. So you can see how cool that looks when it's mixed with a stamp set like that. And again, I did add a little bit of ink over the background before I added the foil. On this last one, I didn't add any ink, I just used them straight as they were on the white background. But I took two different toner panels and I added foil to them. One's like a gold foil and one has like a pinkish hue to it. I think it might be like a rose gold. And then I used that new Card Layout 5 die and then layered them in every other one. For the images on this one, I used that cute little slice of pie and the mug from the postage sampler, the autumn postage sampler stamp set, and also the words happy in autumn that I tucked in the corner there. So super cute fall cards created using the new toner foil sheets. And of course, I had to create some Halloween cards using the Spooky Halloween toner. This one with the ghost is so pretty when it's foiled. Look at all that shine. And then I added the ghosts from the Halloween postage sampler and made little postage stamps with them, adding the spooky greetings and the boo sentiment on the bottom. For the next one, I used the spiderweb toner panel with silver foil, and I cut it out into a pennant shape with that basic frames die set. And then I made two little postage stamps using the spiderwebs, again from the Halloween postage stamp set, and the spooky greetings postmark along the side. I love how pretty that looks with that sparkly foil in the background. Such a fun way to add a little shine on your Halloween cards. Then the last card I created, I used that bat background. This time I did again add a little ink onto the background before I added the foil. So I did like black, blue, and purple. And then I did silver foil over the top. So you can see how that's so pretty and it stands out. Then the two little ghosts are from our Ghostly Good Time stamp set, along with the howl and the meow. So I just love that. It's such a cute little image. So those are all the projects I made using those new toner card friends. I think that if you have a laminator or a way to foil with like a mink or something like that, these are so fun to create with, and I think you're gonna love working with them. So that's all I have for you today. That's all the products in our Falloween release. I hope you've enjoyed getting a closer look at all of these. I had so much fun creating all these fall and Halloween products, and I hope that you will enjoy creating with them. We have the two postage sets, one for fall, one for Halloween. We have the two coffee sets, one for fall and one for Halloween. And then, of course, the long sets that go on the bookmarks, and they're perfect on cards too, but I just love them on the bookmarks. And then, of course, our new toner card fronts. So this is something new and exciting for us, and I hope you'll give it a try. It really just adds a lot of sparkle and shine to your cards, and I love the look. It's so easy too. All you have to do is use a laminator or a mink or something like that. So look at that. I made so many cards they don't even fit into the frame. I hope you enjoyed taking this closer look at everything with me. Everything is now available at newtonsnookdesigns.com under the new category. And make sure you check out our other fall and Halloween products while you're over there too. Thank you so much and have a wonderful crafty day.